Keep the condom in the pack. This is Raw Truth with Protege. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about House Bill 1557. Before we talk about the opinions, let's talk about the facts, because the media calls it the anti-gay bill. Basically, it says that if your child is showing any mental signs or any changes basically in their character, then inside of school you have to tell their parent. It starts off, getting into the mental state of children. And then we're going to go into, in primary grade levels, the school and the staff and stuff like that cannot encourage conversation when it comes to gender identity and sexual orientation. And then it also goes up to say the school district also has to follow that law. And if they violate this, the parents can sue. Now, see, if you just read the headline of the bill, I could maybe get where you got anti-gay from, but I'm not really getting that. See, for me, I think this acknowledges something that we don't acknowledge enough, and that's individualism. Everybody's belief system isn't the same. Everybody's maturity isn't the same. Everybody's mental state isn't the same. What you can make it through, I might not be able to make it through, etc. We're not all equals, but we are all individuals. So if one parent is telling their kid about the birds and the bees and the he's and the he's and the she's and the she's at 10, and the next parent isn't telling their kid about it until freshman year, and that's how they feel, that's how they want to raise their kid, they have that right to feel that way and raise their children that way. Somebody in school shouldn't be violating the way you plan to raise your children. So you know your child more than a teacher ever will. At least I would like to hope you guys are good enough parents to know that. But the mental state, nobody gonna know you like your parents, your brother and sister, your spouse. Going to school is like basically hanging out with your coworkers for adults. That's your coworkers. You know that them relationships and them people you know what it's like being a kid. You're just a kid. So let them be that. And it doesn't go on to say anything as if anything is going to be shut down. It says in primary grade level. So if you're mature enough, when you're probably making it to sex ed and stuff like that, to have those conversations and it's not messing with your mental abilities, then you're able to have those as long as your parents approve, because at the end of the day, you're still a minor when you're in school like that. So if you're still a minor, then your parent still has the rights to you. And as much as I hate the fact that government is involved in schooling, I don't see a huge problem with this bill. Now, I'm not going to say it's the perfect bill and it's a great bill, because everything the government writes always has some type of flaw. But I would definitely say this is a decent bill. Because the gay community, we have to be reminded that we hate it when people try to tell us how to think and tell us who we are. So why would we do the same to other people? A child's mind is like a sponge. When I was a kid, if I would have been a kid in this generation, I might have thought that I was a transgender of some sort. And I'm only saying that because I was really masculine and stuff like that. But I didn't need a teacher to tell me I was gay, I didn't need any of that. I didn't need somebody in school to tell me that. I knew I was different. Because I was different, I am me. I was always going to be the person I am. But with the wrong influences, I might have thought, damn, I like basketball. I do like girls. Shit, I hate my period. I like being dominant. Shit. Do I want to be a man? But because I didn't grow up in this era, I've never really wanted a dick. Now, this might not be true for everybody, but I'm only saying this because before anybody gets mad, a lot of transgender women go through the stud phase first. I'm just saying, with the wrong influences, maybe I wasn't as strong-minded as I am today. Somebody could have influenced me to do something I would have regretted my whole life. Because I love the body I'm in. And it doesn't encourage bullying. Because I think that's what a lot of people are going to fumble back on. Oh, when you don't tell kids about things, they won't accept it. No, we have to address the argument that why are we teaching people, especially children, that when you see something you don't understand, or you see something you don't agree with, or doesn't align with your beliefs, that it is wrong? We can teach people right and wrong. That is fine. But you don't have to teach somebody that because something disagrees with you in your lifestyle, that they are wrong. That is the problem. That is how people who are different get bullied. Maybe we should just encourage people to not be so goddamn judgmental. But we don't even got to teach that in school. That, once again, starts in homes. Because, again, you don't know what age these kids are ready to have these conversations. We can't put everybody in everybody's this A seat and expect everybody to be in the A seat. I think it's disgusting, personally, when I see teachers popping up on my timeline and my For You page talking about they teach their children about sexual identity and stuff like that. Like, bro, what? Ain't you supposed to be teaching English? Have y'all seen the dropout rates? Have y'all seen these kids today? These kids don't know the difference between government overreach and capitalism. You got a whole generation coming up in America trying to be commies. You don't think y'all should just focus on the curriculum? I get it. You grew up traumatized. I think all of us have some type of traumatizing story if you grew up in this community. But everybody has a traumatizing story no matter what community they grew up in. They say, damn, man, being gay was hard. I get it. You want to make it easier for the next generations, that's fine. But doing it inside of a school district is not the way. It almost feels predatory. But again, this part is just my opinion. But let me know what y'all think. What's y'all opinion on this topic? On this bill. Bill 1557. It's only 4 pages, so I encourage you all to go read it. But what is y'all's opinion? Do you think this is a good bill? Do you think this is we shouldn't be going there? Or do you think, man, we should probably have that bill in all states? And if you feel like me, I'm like, it's a decent bill. I don't wish for government to be inside of schools, but I would hope that school districts are in that mental mindset that if they could run the show and make the laws inside of the schools, they would all come together and implement something like this. And I know school districts can make laws and stuff like that, but I'm talking about, what the government just did type of power. And this will be implemented on July 1st, 2022. So make sure you read up on that and get involved. All right, y'all. Keep the condom in the pack. This is Raw Truth. We're Protege.